Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we return to The Warning from 10 years back. Well, almost. It's November of 2015. This is a TV performance. It's actually 2 songs. The complete clips make up nearly 9 minutes of material. The songs are Exterminated and Free Falling. Now, it's quite possible that this is in Spanish. We'll turn on the captions here, see if we can actually see them. It's MTY Al Dia, Monterrey today, perhaps something like that. November 9, 2015. So I have not looked at this except to note that it's a pretty good quality clip. I was surprised to see that, so I thought, well, we really should check this out, especially now as they're putting on these amazing shows at the peak of their careers right now, and it's fun to go back and see what they were up to even 10 whole years ago. Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we take a look at this?
Looking forward to seeing some vintage warning.
The Wee Warning.
The Wee Warning, yes.
This is definitely Wee Warning territory, Junior. Let's go ahead and check this out and see what we got.
A través de las redes sociales fue como ellas se han dado a conocer y hoy pues están aquí en Monterrey el día. No lo puedo creer porque estas niñas van a llegar muy, pero muy alto. Y chequen ustedes, si no las han tenido la oportunidad de ver a través de las redes sociales, cómo tocan. Estoy impactada. Chequen ustedes.
Impresionante. Hoy, The Warning, en Monterrey al día. Adelante.
Darkness amaze me again. What is rolling
la gente que han llegado muchos comentarios. Oye, tan chiquitas y tan impactante la manera en la cual ustedes tocan. ¿Cómo se sienten?
Se siente increíble, la verdad. Nos divertimos demasiado cuando tocamos y
Oye, y qué padre que como hermanas tengan esta oportunidad, como quien dice, de jugar, pero al mismo tiempo trabajar y dar a conocer su música porque no es tan sencillo.
Sí, no, para nada. Hemos trabajado mucho y estamos muy felices de estar aquí.
Oye, pues nosotros también contentos y felices de que hayan tenido la oportunidad hoy. Ale, tú eres Ale, ¿verdad? La oportunidad de que hayan estado con nosotros. ¿Tú cómo te sentiste?
Muy feliz y pues muy feliz de estar aquí, muchas gracias.
Oye, yo me la encontré allá afuera, yo dije, esta niña no quiebra ni un plato, pero con esa manera de tocar me dejaron sorprendida. ¿En dónde las puede seguir nuestro público en las redes sociales?
En Instagram nos llamamos The Warning Band, en Facebook The Warning y pues en YouTube The Warning Band también.
Perfecto, pues ahí se las encargamos porque estas niñas todavía tienen mucho que dar y hoy estuvieron con nosotros aquí en Monterrey al día. Gracias, chicas.
Muchas gracias.
Seguimos con más.
Okay, a lot of observations there, but what'd you think, Adrian?
God, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
This is my joke about the vintage warning or wee warning.
They're sure tiny. Yeah.
Yeah. Notice that Pau still has that theatrical drumming style at this point.
Well, of course, yeah.
She has a drumming style now, but it's very different.
Of course, you know, everything's as it was in their early days. They were still learning. They were still picking up tips from the pros and the friendly friends that happened to be around. Their father, by the way, Luis, had a studio. So he actually had the studio before he had his daughters. And did some recording there of albums that went on to sell big in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
So he actually did know a number of people in the music business, and that's why they would drop in the house, and that's how the, the girls would meet them a lot of times. And maybe there was a deliberate attempt to kind of match them together for various reasons, you know, back then as they were still growing as a band. But here, what I saw was that they've already got visuals behind them for the show, just like we saw in Auditorio Nacional and all these other shows in February. They were already doing it back then. They were not using an Ableton system, so they were playing raw the way most bands play, no backing tracks, nothing like that, relying on their own tempos as you would expect, and of course doing perfectly fine. You know, the songs themselves, Exterminated, the end part that they tack on, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that whole bit. You know, other bands wouldn't have even bothered putting something like that on there. You could have just ended the song just before that, you know, and it would have been fine, you know, perfectly acceptable. But they went the extra mile and put on a cool ending that brought back up the energy. And, you know, so the crowd's going to be excited by the time the song is over. I mean, they might have been already, but now they're even more excited.
Yeah, I guess the other thing I know is Allie is indeed singing audibly on Free Falling, and you can see it too.
Yeah, it's interesting with Ali. She went through a phase where she seemed a lot more comfortable talking. You know, you saw the TED Talk that we saw where she was actually doing much of the talking, at least to start with. They all said something at, you know, by the end of the presentation, but she was the first and maybe the last too. She may have wrapped it as well. So yeah, they're little kids, you know, as we've come to expect. It's interesting to see something this high quality come, you know, it's been around. I mean, this dropped in 2017. I just never had known about it. So it was nice to see it emerge in the comments as a request. And thank you very much for, can't remember who asked for this, but thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It's one of the better quality recordings from back then, actually.
In this video, they're tiny, but they're solid, and there is no shortage of talent.
Yeah, it's clear that they're onto something at this point. Of course, Free Falling was on their Escape the Mind EP, which is digital only, so don't look for it physically, at least not right now. I imagine maybe someday in the future it'll be a record store day pressing. You know, so maybe they'll put it out. Who knows? Exterminated also was originally unreleased, you know, like at the time of this performance, and eventually ended up as a bonus track on 21st Century Blood. They were playing Exterminated and River Soul back then.
River Soul, okay.
And those two they actually featured in a TED Talk as well. So yeah, always nice to go back and see what they were up to at the time. It looks like Pau's got the same kit that she had in the cave, which would make sense. They probably don't have lots and lots of gear at this point. Ellie's got the 3/4 bass, and of course, Danny's got her Sunburst Gibson. So early days. Sounded really good.
Yeah.
Sounded really good. So, and by the way, those two performances were 2 hours apart. So they just were able to just jump back in on live TV and sound, pretty consistent. That's always good. So we're already seeing the fruits of their labor so early on. So this is really cool to see as we've been watching all these new clips come out from just the other day. Nice to be able to put it up against that and see the progress. All right, so folks, what did you think of this? Have you ever seen it before? Are you familiar with the songs? I know there are a lot of new Warning fans who maybe are not familiar with some of this earlier material. If that's the case, we've got lots of Warning reactions for you. We're approaching 400, as a matter of fact. If you want to take a look, we've got a playlist for all the Warning, and then we've got some that are split out for various events. By all means, check it out. And we do have stuff from back at this time. But this is a really good clip from the time period. I'm glad to find this. Glad we were able to take a look at it. All right. And if you have other suggestions for us, please leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See y'all later.